Hi everybody, it's Dara. I'm in Delray Beach, Florida, and so much has been going on. And since you're my original family, I've been super busy on my closed group, but open to you group on Facebook. It's free. It's called Live with Dara Dubinet. I've been going live like crazy, and it's really fun for me. It's the most raw and real thing you can do, which is just show up and have a conversation. So please come over there, ask to join, and I will personally get you in. But I'm here because I know a lot of you aren't on Facebook or don't want to be, but I promise you there's nothing but love over there surrounding me. It's a love, freedom, and now truth party, because I've started sharing what's going on with me in my life, in my personal life, and I have never done that. And so recently I had a parting, a peaceful parting, but a sad parting and a heartbreak. And I want to share what I do to heal my heart, to nourish myself, to love myself. And you'll see behind me, I have all of these roses. And I thought there was just a dozen pink roses at the most beautiful place in Boynton Beach, Florida. Just the cutest, sweetest organic market called the Woolbright Farmers Market, where you could get juices and smoothies and organic food. And they had pink roses. And I now have found a new place for my, a new use for the NutriBullet carafes. So I want to say that the reason I have decided to share my truth, usually over the past 6 years that we've been doing videos together that I've shared, I usually, if I'm going through something, I go through it and then I come back and reflect on it after. And it has occurred to me and been suggested to me that there's so many people going through heartache and breakups and sadness and loss of things, people, and jobs, that why not share it now? Like, why not share? And there's a number of things that I do to take care of myself, but first, just let's say that we don't have to operate in the old way of being. Speaking our truth, not hiding, not holding it in, letting it out, just like we let out the toxins, just like we let out the clutter from our homes. And sometimes we have to do extreme sport detoxing, right? Like a cleanse. And sometimes we have to do extreme sport decluttering, like I've done. And sometimes we have to do some heavy lifting of people up and out, and business, and cutting ties. And sometimes it gets done for us. And I made a video from Connecticut a couple weeks ago, and I felt like it was vague, and I kept thinking I want to be more specific, and the only way I can be more specific is share what's going on with me. And if we are in a relationship with someone and they can't tell us the truth because they're afraid of losing us, then we're not connected to them. So it's really important that we share our truth when it comes up, not a week later, not 2 weeks later, because if we choose to be in something with someone, then we're saying I love you, and we're saying I love you and you love me with my truths and everything. Because when we hold in what we are thinking, we create a distance, a yucky distance that makes us feel separate from them and closer maybe to something or someone else. And the only reason we don't really tell our truths is to protect ourselves, really. We think we're protecting the other person, but the other person, then we're not giving them credit for being able to take care of themselves. We're saying you're weak. So really, I think what we're doing when we don't say our truth is that we're afraid someone's going to leave us. We're protecting ourselves from someone getting mad, head spinning mad, or saying you have to leave, or I'm going, or whatever it is. And I'm just not that kind of person. And it's been proven to me, because it just has. Like, I choose to go towards love when we could go towards the typical way we've been taught to be, like, oh, you said this or you did this and you're out of here and you're bad, and it's not like that. It's like, oh, okay, your truth is my truth. I may be mad for 5 minutes, I may be mad for an hour, I may cry all night, I may be so sad, but in the end, I'm going to respect it. I may not like it. I may have all these reasons in the world. How could you do this? Like, how can you walk away from love? How can you walk away from passion and desire? And there's a number of things that we could think, or you might think, how can you don't understand how someone's doing what they're doing. And in time, hopefully we'll understand. But the most we can do for ourselves is respect and be truthful back, and to know that part of it is ego, part of it is soul connection, part of it is lessons to be learned. I really believe that people come together, and the highest good for a relationship is so that we mirror each other. Like, I can see what I do because I'm a reflection, like, oh, I'm really doing that. I don't want to do that to you or me. I got to check myself at the door. You're doing this. And then we start having aha moments. And then through them, we love each other anyway. And we come together, and there's intimacy. Intimacy, they say. But there's intimacy that is, I don't think there's anything better. It's like you get through those moments, and then there's great, juicy love to be had, which is important, you know, that physical intimacy and love and joy. And I believe if we're magnetized to someone, that there's a lesson to be learned together. I do. And I believe there's lessons to learn in parting, and there's things we need to take a look at about ourselves and about the other person, about the relationship, which is its own entity. There's so many things, and it's so very complicated. You can't just say it's because of you, or it's because of me, or it's because of karma, or if it's because of the situation. It's a number of many things, and each situation is different. That being said, there are ways that we can love ourselves, right? I know mine. The sea, the sea, the sea. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Pink, always pink. And candles and baths. If I can't be in the sea, I'm going to be taking salt baths. I'm going to be eating apples and watermelon and green juices. And I'm going to communicate because it makes me feel better, which leads me to if we don't say our truth with another person, that's one thing. It creates blockage in ourselves, and that's physically harmful to ourselves, and it's harmful to the relationship, and I believe harmful to the other person. And it has become clear to me that if I don't communicate, I start to feel repressed and depressed, and I have to communicate because it's what I'm here to do. So I'm taking a new leap of faith. Some are calling it brave over there on Facebook. I'm inviting you to join and see what's up. I will be sharing here as well because I love you guys, and maybe I could figure out live here because I seem to thrive on live. But in the meantime, just know that I'm by the sea. I'm healing. I'm not always happy. I have moments of joy. I have some heartbreak. And I think the heartbreak kind of cracks you open a little bit and makes you love harder and more. Because if you don't open yourself up to love, you know, I'm not sorry I did it because I did it because I loved and I saw and felt things I wouldn't have had I not done it. And lessons were learned, and there's been transformation and beauty. So I hope we can stay heart-based and heart-connected and go where the love is, because our hearts have great intelligence. The intelligence is not in our heads. Our heads are for executing things, but we really, I talked about that with Jenna. She was talking about the mind and decision-making, is we really need to listen to our hearts and our intuition and our guts. And I know what I see. I know what I love. And once I love, I always love. Remember, we said this? Love doesn't go away. It may change forms, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's still there. So here I am, and I hope this is gonna be good here on this channel. I may need to make a separate playlist from food, but to me, it's all connected. It's all connected. Like, food is the first thing, and then there's decluttering, and there's body movement, and there's breathing, and there's all these things so many self-care things. But really, to me, it has always been to get to love. Our own love with another human, love with animals, love with the planet, love with the divine. And when we clean up and we act true to ourselves, that is evolution. That's when we get evolved, when we really are willing to take the chance to be truthful and honest and real and live our authentic 100% lives. 100% is integrity. That means living in integrity. That means when our thoughts match our deeds. It's right action, right speech, and that's what I'm here for. So I love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you over there. And if not, I will see you here. Get your greens on, maybe some pink roses, some tears, some salt water. Get the next hug you can get. Look into somebody's eyes and see some spiritual connection. See some connection. It's there to be had. Love is there to be had. We just have to go like that. It's in the air. We got to clear out the cobwebs and whatever isn't the truth to get to the love. I'll see you really soon. I know how to shut this thing. I have a little jig.